favorite drugstore or dollar store finds? That's this week's Topic Tuesday. I've got 4 stories to tell you today. The first one is shown right here. About a year ago, I had a great amount of luck taking a look at the clearance section of my local drugstore. Now, I should say first up, I'm Canadian, and it seems like everything we have, whether it's mainstream polishes or boutique polishes or higher end things, it just costs a little bit more. Most things have to be brought in from elsewhere. So our drugstore costs for polishes, for Essies, tends to be well above $10 regular price. Right now, it tends to be around like $14 to $16 at most places that I've seen. So about a year ago, I went to take a look at my drugstore and I happened upon a clearance bin and I saw these. We've got a selection of Essies here. These are Essie Gel Coutures. There's 4 of them, and also Essie, just the regular brand Essie. These polishes, $2 each. Each one of them, $2 each. This is actually the only one with its price tag still. All of them were in excellent condition. There were no odd things, except 2 of them had old Essie brushes, and the 2 here are on the end with the old Essie brushes. So by that, what I mean is they're the thin brushes, they're long, thin brushes, kind of round. I'll show you on this one here because it's a little bit easier to see. But the long, thin Essie brushes, just on 2 of them. The rest of them, great quality, newer polishes, the new brushes, all that good stuff. $2 each at my local drugstore, which is, for me, called Shoppers Drug Mart. The polishes that I got, first of all, starting with the 2 with the older brushes, Essie's Lighten the Mood, Essie Mint Candy Apple, and I believe, now I don't have any others to compare it to, but I believe that this is the bluer version of Essie's Mint Candy Apple. Essie Ladylike, Essie All or Nothing. I love this one. Essie Lilacism. And this one I couldn't believe. I actually got this one more recently than about a year ago. I got this one just a couple of months ago for $2. This one is the very recent one from the holiday collection from, I guess, 2022, called Carols and Caviar, kind of a grade navy blue. Really a great find. It was like less than 6 months old when I got it, probably in overstock. So that's the classic Essies. Now the 4 gel coutures, also found for $2. I mean, I still can't believe it. So the first one, Essie Gel Couture. This one is First Fitting. It's a little bit blurry there, but $136. First Fitting. Again, Essie Gel Couture. Pre-show Jitters. There's another favorite of mine. I love the soft shimmer in here. Essie Gel Couture. Last Nightie. And my last $2 find, Essie Gel Couture. Take Me to Thread. Yeah, so an unbelievable deal. My tip is for these ones, always check the clearance section of your local drugstore when you can, even grocery store. If you happen to have a grocery store that's full service with like a beauty or a pharmacy section or whatever it might be, I still can't believe these were $2. I mean, this is easily about $10 less than what I'd typically pay at the same drugstore if I walked in today. So Essie's clearance section at the drugstore. My second discount story for you comes from my local dollar store. And my local dollar store here in my area of Canada, the most common one anyway, is called Dollarama. It is prevalent throughout my city. So one day I had a little bit of extra time and I was just walking up and down the aisles as I do of my local Dollarama, and I came upon what for me was Dollarama's launch of Sinful Colours, and I was so excited. Sinful Colours is a brand that I know in some areas is very easy to find in huge quantities and good deals. In my area, couldn't find it anywhere. And I had seen online on YouTube about this really cool collection. Here's the collection here, the Essentials collection, where the polishes are scented like something, and it usually matches its color. So I was able to find and order a couple of the polishes from this collection, but the three that I wanted the most, I couldn't get. And here these polishes were, these polishes that I could not find elsewhere. I couldn't even order them. Here they were at my local dollar store. Now, the cost of them there was $2.25, and that is what they still are now. And they still have them in stock about a year later. So the three polishes that I was over the moon to find there for $2.25, after not being able to get them online through a Canadian vendor, are these three. So the first one, Sinful Colours, kind of this beautiful coppery shimmer here. This one's scented like coffee, and the name of this one is Coffee Drip. I'm a big coffee fan, so I was so excited to get this, and actually I still haven't tried it, so I'm looking forward to trying that one. The next one, beautiful lavender color, is scented like lavender, and the name of this one is Low Key Lavender. And this last one is also an untried for me. I've tried the lavender one, it's lovely. This last one that I haven't tried yet, actually I got it most recently, Sinful Colours. This one is scented like eucalyptus, and it's called Eucalyptahhh. I gotta tell you, that's how I feel every time I look at this polish, and just the surprise and how impressed I was when I came across this polish in the aisles. I was really happy. Honestly, for Canadians, sometimes what seems like a mainstream offering is really not mainstream at all. It is quite the hunt to find it in my area. So that's Dollarama finds $2.25, and I believe that is still what they cost in most Dollaramas right now. Sinful Colours, and that is the Essentials collection. And they do have other Sinful Colours offerings as well, not just this one collection. So my third story up here is my most recent one. This one is from a little dollar store field trip I took just yesterday. And it's just because I wanted to have a little bit of a thrill of the find. I had a little bit of time, and I thought, you know what, I'll see what I can find, and I can talk about it on this favorite drug and dollar store finds topic Tuesday, hot off the press. So I had the chance yesterday to go a little bit out of my way to a different dollar store chain, which is not as common here in my area of Canada, and it's the Dollar Tree. And I do know that Dollar Tree is a little bit more common in some areas, but not so much in my area. And all of these finds that I have here were $1.50 each. So right there, I was pretty impressed with that price point, $1.50 each. Now I've got them all kind of standing up here because I figured I'd talk about each find one by one. So I'll talk first about the one that's showing itself here. It's this one. I found a lavender cuticle oil pen. I have no idea if this one is of great quality or anything like that, but it is 0.06 fluid ounces or 1.8 milliliters. It has a scent of lavender, and lavender is one of my favorite essential oil scents. I always enjoyed lavender. So that kind of appealed. But then I flipped it over and I took a look at some of the ingredients, and I'm not really well versed on like all of the top ingredients for cuticle oil, but a few of these items did stand out to me as being good quality. So, I mean, there's mineral oil here, grapeseed oil, sunflower seed oil, and shea butter. And I thought, you know what? Those, I mean, a lot of other chemical names I am not well versed in, so please feel free to contribute in the comments and share your thoughts on a product like this one, especially if you have some knowledge about high quality ingredients that you might find in a cuticle oil. I mean, I did recognize several of these items. Oh, and lavender oil down here as well. So anyway, I thought I would, for $1.50, I would give it a try. I believe the company is Be Pure. And anyway, found this at Dollar Tree for $1.50. The next item up, again, I'm not quite sure about the quality of this item, but I like the idea of it. A glass nail file by Sassy and Chic. It had many colors. I just picked the one that was at the front of the rack. But yeah, this item, the glass nail file, I do exclusively right now use glass nail files. So I thought, you know what, I will give this a try. And so we'll see how this one does in comparison with the others that I have from other places. But yeah, I was impressed that this was available for only $1.50 at my Dollar Tree when I've paid easily double that and even more for my other glass nail files. This is by far the best deal I've had for a glass nail file. The next item up, it was the pump that got me. I actually don't have a pump for my acetone, so I thought, you know what, we'll see how this goes. So this is a Delon nail polish remover pump, 100% acetone, and the quantity here is 5.9 fluid ounces, 175 milliliters. And I thought, you know what, if nothing else, I've got a pump I can refill. Hopefully, I've got to see if I can do that, but hopefully this is a pump that I can refill from a larger jug. But yeah, I thought that would actually be quite handy for me to have rather than just pouring all the time. So I'm going to move these three items aside and we'll get to the polishes that I picked up. So the first cute little polish that I have is actually not really that little. It's 13 milliliters. It was funny, when I saw the bottle, I thought, oh, it's a cute little mini, but it is actually 13 milliliters, which is a very average size. So that was impressive. Comes with a couple of little nail files, which, you know, it's not especially a kind that I go for, but cute little add-on there for $1.50. And this is an LA Colors item, and it's actually my first LA Colors. Again, LA Colors is a brand that is not as easy to get a hold of here in my area in Canada. So this is part of their Color Craze lineup. And the color of this one is Mermaid Tail. There we go. So, I mean, this one, it does look like a little bit of a blue shimmer. It appears to have some maybe some flecks in there as well. It's a little bit hard to see because it's got the cellophane across it, but as I said, I just got this yesterday. So I do look forward to trying it, though. I've never tried an LA Colors. So yeah, I look forward to actually seeing without the cellophane on the exactly what color I've managed to get. So that's LA Colors Color Craze, and it was in Mermaid Tail, and this was, oh, and I should add, had a couple of little nail files on it, and this one was $1.50 at my Dollar Tree. The next one up is another new to me brand, Kozmic Colours, and again, decent sized bottle. It's 13.3 milliliters, and I just was impressed that it was a really nice looking neutral color. I'm all for a good neutral, and I really wanted to try out the formula of this one. There were a huge number of colors actually at my local store. Again, $1.50. Now this one doesn't have a name, but it does have a number. So the number on this one was 82072. And that's really the only identifier that I could locate on this polish. So Kozmic Colours cost $1.50, 13.3 milliliters. And the item number of this one is 82072. And a great looking neutral. I look forward to trying. Now my final three are all the same brand, and I went with three colors that I thought, you know what, I can't go wrong. So, I mean, I would have been excited to see these three colors in any brand, and the fact that they cost $1.50 at my Dollar Tree, I was super excited to get them and try them out. So here they are. The first one is color number 912, and this polish is kind of a sagey mint green. Mint green, it's a little more grayed, so I would probably call it more of a sage green. There's no color name on it. For me, it's just the color number, which is 912. But I love these type of colors, and I thought it was a great chance to try a new to me brand in a color I love. The next one is a nice pink, and actually it seems to have the very finest of hollow in there as well. It is so twinkly and subtle, and anyway, that really it caught me by surprise when I picked up the bottle in my local dollar store. The numbers not wanting to show up on camera here. I'm filming at a different time of night. So this polish is polish number 907. So polish 907, and it's new color. I should have mentioned too, these are 13 milliliter bottles, and it's this really pretty, just pale pink, kind of a ballet pink, I guess I'd call it. And it's got the very finest of hollow sparkle in it. Really pretty. I love colors like this. They're great to wear for work, but there's a little bit of interest in there, a little twinkle and sparkle. I'm excited about that one. This one I was most excited about, and I have to admit, I actually saw somebody post about this polish on Facebook in a Facebook group, and I thought, oh, you know, all these people have these great discount options and colors and brands that I just don't have access to here in Canada in my area. And here I was finding it yesterday. I was so excited to see this color, and they had so many of them at my store. It's color number 909, and it looks to me like it is a rather dusty navy blue with a warm kind of red coppery shimmer to it. I mean, this one absolutely blew my mind. I thought, gosh, I would spend so much more than $1.50 on a polish like this from the indie polish world. And this is one that would catch my eye and would come home with me at, you know, $13 US. And here it is in my dollar store that I trek to, but it is my local dollar store for the small price of $1.50, new color. So again, that's new color, and the number of this one is 909. So that's my story number 3 of my really exciting visit, my first visit to a Dollar Tree, not in my area, but a great visit. Dollar Tree, every item here was $1.50 each, and that's Canadian. The acetone pump, the file, the cuticle oil, and each polish was $1.50 each. I was so excited, and I'm going to have to start scheduling in some trips to the Dollar Tree. So my fourth and final story is actually not a drug or dollar store story at all. It's actually one of a summer fair. And this summer fair is one that's really exciting for my area in Ontario. So if you ever happen to be in Toronto at the end of August, there's a great 2 and a little bit week-long fair called the Canadian National Exhibition, or the CNE for short. And it's so much fun. There's all kinds of great exhibits and shows and concerts and rides and food and shopping. And so that's where this one comes in. The CNE has become my annual discount nail polish thrill of the find opportunity. So these were the finds that I had last year, and I'm hoping that this year I have as much luck too. So the deal here is that all of these items were about $1.25 each. So usually what happens is they have some sort of like a warehouse clearance section there for all different products, shoes, clothes, housewares, nail polish, beauty items. And in this case, what it was there was a very inexpensive discount price per polish, or if you purchase a quantity of polishes, the price got even cheaper. So here were some of my finds from last year. Now, Sinful Colours, I was really excited to see these because, as I said previously with my Dollarama finds, Sinful Colours is not readily available in my area. So yeah, I was really excited to see these two really beautiful polishes with interesting finishes here. So this first one, it's a blue with kind of like a glass fleck look to it. Definitely a shimmer. This one's called Cinderella. And yeah, I'd never seen this polish before. It was beautiful. And it caught my eye right away. The sparkle of this one, the shimmer, for Sinful Colours, Cinderella. And the other Sinful Colours I got, Sinful Shine line. This one is called Prosecco. And this one is kind of a neutral color, kind of a neutral taupe looking color. And it has a shimmer, kind of a golden shimmer. It looks like some flecks as well. Just really beautiful. These ones actually still remain untried, which is so silly of me because I think they're both beautiful, and I should really give them a try before I go to this year's CNE. So yeah, two Sinful Colours polishes. All of the rest are Revlons, and I have to say, this classic Revlon, this has been one of my favorite polish brands, just mainstream brands, and they're getting harder and harder to find. The selection's getting, for me, less and less in drugstores and things like that. So I'm always so excited to see these. Revlon is really what started my polish addiction back when I was in high school, and I'll go into a little bit more of that later. So I got 5 polishes here. 4 of them are from the more, I guess, classic Revlon line, and then the other one is a Color Stay Gel Envy polish. So this first one I've got here is color number 380, Elegant. A neutral color, just a cream. The second one is very electric and shimmery. This one is a Revlon Color Stay Gel Envy polish, and it is called What Happens in Vegas, and this is polish number 415. The third one I have here is more of a gray, again a gray cream looking polish, as best as I can tell, and this one is polish 310, Timeless. I'm going to jump ahead to this one on the end, and I'll tell you a story about the other one. This one here is, again, the more classic line, and this one is color 705, Gray Suede. And this one, it does have a light shimmer to it. It actually does look like a very light gray to silver shimmer in a neutral, almost peachy taupe color. Now this last one, I'm going to share with you a story about this color too, and for why I love this classic Revlon brand so much. This shimmery, coppery, beautiful thing is color, it's going to show up, there we go, 932 Copper Penny. And this one, I have to tell you, when I saw this, I actually got really emotional because I thought, oh my goodness, is this the polish? When I was growing up, when I was in high school, and my love for nail polish was just beginning, there were 2 polishes that I wore constantly, and they just cemented my love for polish. One of them was a copper, and it looked very much like this, although I do think it was a little more pearlized. This one, again, was called Polish 932 Copper Penny. The polish that I loved, I don't know if there was a color number or anything like that, but I believe it was called Copper Glaze Bronze. And I think there were a few copper glaze polishes, if I can remember it correctly, but the one that I remember loving was Copper Glaze Bronze, because I love that kind of coppery bronzy color. And this one brought back all those memories. It's got that coppery bronzy look. This one seems to have more of a shimmer. If I recall correctly, the one that I loved when I was in high school was more of a pearl finish, but I really don't know how common the shimmer finish was back when I was in high school. So that's that one. It brought back all those memories. By the way, the second polish that I loved in high school, besides Copper Glaze Bronze, the second polish was called Virtual Violet. Again, the classic Revlon line. So if anybody is familiar with either two of those vintage, old school, really vintage, like from probably the 90s, although maybe it's an older polish than that even, but those two vintage Revlon polishes, if anybody has heard of those or knows of any sort of modern day dupes of them, please let me know. Leave something in the comments if those two polishes ring a bell. Those are my 4 discount store stories for you. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's been such a treat to share these incredible discount finds. If you have any discount finds of your own to share, please feel free to add your comments down below. Have you found any great deals at your local drugstore? Throw in the details in the comments. How about at your local dollar store? Are there any really amazing finds that you've seen at your dollar store that are not only a great price, but really good quality that are worth trying and the rest of us picking up? Share that down below. Do you have any great fairs in your area, like the Canadian National Exhibition, where you can find amazing nail items? Throw that in the comments as well. There's a lot we can talk about in terms of discount finds. So thank you so much again for joining me today. If you like this type of content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.